The flood of COVID-19 cases in Butte is now affecting staff members at community health centers. I'll tell you how the public can help.
And a lost pet from far away finally gets reunited with its owners in Billings. Just ahead, we'll explain how it all happened.
It's a really interesting story. You're going to love that one, folks. 6:30 on this Friday. Chet Lehman, Holly Brantley, Matt Elwell, toast, and Joyce's peach preserve. So.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes.
Food is her love language.
I'm going back. I'm getting some of those preserves.
There you go. I left the jar out for you.
Our apple butter's in there too, I think. Or the apple sauce.
Apple sauce. Either way, I'll try it.
Whatever works.
Temperatures this morning a little crisp. As you're waking up, you'll probably need those coats along with your toast and coffee. I think our daytime temperatures should be a little below average with highs right around that upper 30-degree mark, mainly dealing with sunny skies as you head into the afternoon. You won't want to miss the weekend forecast and the forecast leading into Thanksgiving. That's coming up here in about 10 minutes.
We'll look forward to that. Thanks, Matt. 6:31 now. Coronavirus taking its toll on those whose job it is to protect us from the virus.
MTN's John Amy tells us a health clinic in Butte has many of its staff members quarantined now, so it needs help from the public.
Many staff members at Southwest Montana Community Health Center in Butte have been sidelined by COVID-19. The rest that remain are getting overwhelmed by phone calls from a public worried and scared over the virus.
And they're not particularly nice about it. So my staff is feeling a little bit tired right now.
The health center has 20 staff members out on quarantine and lack enough people to conduct testing. So health officials are asking people in Butte not to seek testing if they are experiencing mild COVID-19 symptoms. Instead, people should self-quarantine for 14 days. The surge of positive cases is putting a strain on local resources.
What we're really worried about are those people who are not okay managing at home on their own and needing to be able to see them, help them, and figure out if they need to be hospitalized.
The health center is seeking applicants for part-time help to assist in conducting drive-up testing at the Butte Civic Center. Testers are conducting on average 300 tests per shift, so more help is needed.
About 4 hours of your day working for us to try to get a hold of this pandemic. We'd like to have you with us.
If things seem bad right now, health officials say it could get much worse after the Thanksgiving holiday. That's why they're asking people to avoid traveling and to celebrate Thanksgiving in a small group with immediate family.
I want to go home so bad and see my family, but it is not safe. It's not safe to them, it's not safe to me, and I'm making the same ask of the community. Please, please, please limit your Thanksgiving activities.
In Butte, John Amy, MTN News.
Wow, if you're interested in being a testing assistant, you do not need any prior experience and can apply at the Southwest Montana Community Health Center website.
Staying in the mining city, another COVID death in Butte Silver Bow. It brings the total there to 20. Last two deaths were residents of Butte's Copper Ridge Health and Rehab long-term care facility. There are 632 active COVID cases in Butte Silver Bow County right now. The Gallatin City County Health Department showing 111 new cases, 935 currently active. 24 people are also hospitalized with the virus in Gallatin County. 588 people have died in the Treasure State. That includes the added death in Butte Silver Bow and another in Missoula County, 2 each in Yellowstone and Cascade counties. MTN News is using county health department numbers that may differ from the state numbers because the county numbers are updated more frequently.
Well, this year, local nonprofits say they need your help now more than ever to meet community needs during the holidays. That includes the Salvation Army. Lieutenant Rick Larson wants to remind people they will soon be seeing those red kettles out in our community. It's their latest fundraiser used for multiple needs, from laundry vouchers to veterans assistance to Christmas boxes. They need not only donations, but also volunteers.
Volunteer to be a ringer would be amazing. If you have a group that wants to take multiple shifts, if it's just you and your kids, it's such a fun thing. We have one family that signed up, and they've been signing up for the last several years, and their kids look forward to it every year. And it's kind of like a Christmas tradition where they come out and they ring bells for a few hours for us. So thinking, yes, if you guys see the red kettle and you can give, please give.
If you are staying home, you can also give virtually. Just go to the Salvation Army Bozeman website. All the money stays local. You can see our conversation with Lieutenant Larson anytime on our website.
6:35 now in other headlines. After years of hard work, the Montana Department of Fish, Wildlife and Parks Fish and Wildlife Commission passed a plan to manage recreation on the Madison River.
The plan is a result of stakeholders from different backgrounds and FWP staff coming together, proposing rules and making compromises. Some of the major rules in the new plan include a cap for all commercial users, which will limit use to either 2019 or 2020 levels.
Now, some rest and rotation rules are a part of the new plan. From June 15th to September 30th, Reynolds Bridge to Lyons Bridge will be opened up for non-commercial float fishing on Saturdays.
Commissioners directed us to work with groups we were essentially diametrically opposed to, and we had to sit at the table and work with them to come up with solutions directed by the commission. So that was challenging.
The thing that I found early on and right at the get-go is that when you talk to the different stakeholders, whether they're community members, whether they're anglers, whether they're bird watchers, whether they're businesses or outfitters, the first priority in everyone's mind is the health and the protection of that resource. And so seeing that and hearing that from all the different players that are involved really kind of gives us hope.
Additionally, the new plan calls for data to be collected about all users on the Madison River to help with management of the river in the future.
Well, the Montana Department of Commerce selling more than $52 million in bonds to help finance the construction of a new facility for Shodare Children's Hospital. The bond issuance by the Montana Facility Finance Authority will help fund a facility with 82 private rooms and allow Shodare staff to treat more patients in a healing environment. Early site preparation is happening right now. The hospital expects the new facility to be done in the summer of 2023. A public celebration for Shodare's building project planned for May.
Well, consumers are already spending big for the holidays, nearly $22 billion during the first 10 days of November alone. That's according to Checkpoint Security Software.
Now, which is also following a massive uptick in scammers looking to take advantage.
And using some of those, again, less sensational but very frequent terms like cheap and sale and percentage off and special offers to attract folks to click on some of these unsolicited emails.
Now listen to this. Checkpoint found last month that 1 in every 11,000 shopping emails was malicious. This month it jumped to more than 1 in every 1,000.
We'll take a look at how convincing some of those emails are. This is a real phishing campaign that duped victims in the U.S. and abroad. It looks like an ad for a sale at Pandora Jewelry, but there's a couple of big red flags, like misspelling Pandora.
Very often the way that the language is phrased, sometimes spelling, as well as a lot of the links that are embedded. If you do a quick little mouse over of the link's not linking to the actual website.
Now, the Better Business Bureau also says there's a rise in online shopping scams. More than 80% of people are losing money to them. It's not just in email campaigns, but ads popping up on Google and social media as well. Big mistake consumers make is not researching the website they're buying from. There are other phishing scams right now too.
Because I can't tell you how many times that I get an email every single week about how I need a password to be reset that I never asked to be reset for. Or I think the one I've been getting the most lately is open enrollment, right? I get an email for open enrollment for healthcare every week. And I know that we're not doing that for at least another month.
So be aware of bargain emails, and when you go to buy something, look for the lock next to the website's URL address to make sure it's secure.
Just a little research ahead of time. Good idea. 6:39 now. It's been a long 2 months for the owners of a dog who ran away while they were visiting Montana from Minnesota.
But that wait is just about over. Leo and his owners visited Fishtail, Montana in September, and while on a hike, the pup ran off and was nowhere to be found.
But with the help from Billings Lost Pets Facebook community, people spotted Leo roaming in their yard. And with the help of a local animal rescuer, Leo was found on Friday. Leo will finally see his owners again.
And it took a couple hours to get his trust and to get him to go into a live trap, but he succumbed to an Egg McMuffin and was in the trap after about a half hour of leaving him alone. and then I transported them to YVAS, and they were able to find the microchip, find the owners in Minnesota, and set this whole system back to normal. But once the dog is caught in a trap, most of the time they surrender, even though they've been cautious. They surrender and look at you like, what took you so long? I've been trying to get back to people, but I just didn't know how.
The magic of an Egg McMuffin. As we mentioned, Leo's family will be in Billings today to take their furry friend home.
It would work for me.
That's fantastic.
Sausage McMuffin.
I love it. I bet they are so excited
That's
to
cool.
see old Leo there.
A happy ending on a potentially really sad story. So
Oh, yes.
I'm glad it worked out for him.
Yes.
Welcome
that's
home, Leo.
awesome.
It'll be good.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Happy Thanksgiving for them for sure.
Yeah.
Well, do you wear a mask when you work out? Do you think you should? A new study sheds light on those questions, and we'll have the answers after the break.
But first, let's check in with our friends at CBS This Morning and see what's coming up at 7 o'clock.
Hey, good morning. Ahead on CBS This Morning, the first coronavirus vaccine is being submitted for FDA emergency use authorization. We'll take you behind the scenes to see the big logistical challenges, the storing, the shipping, and also distributing millions of vaccine doses. Also, the CDC is urging Americans not to travel for Thanksgiving. A member of President-elect Joe Biden's new COVID advisory board joins us with what needs to be done nationwide to get the pandemic under control. And a bipartisan group is pushing for a peaceful transfer of power. We'll talk to two members who know how important that can be. Former Secretary of State Madeleine Albright and former Bush Homeland Security Secretary Michael Chertoff. Looking forward to that conversation. We'll see you at 7.